Football Focus. Josh Allen, Tua Tagovailoa, Joe Burrow, they all follow Mahomes and round out the top 4. Tom Brady, currently at 10. Dak Prescott all the way down at 17. Shannon, what's your biggest problem with the rankings on this list?
This ranking is some bull jive. Skip, this is why people really don't put a whole lot of stock into when you come out with these grades. Jared Goff has more passing yards than Aaron Rodgers, more touchdowns than Tom Brady, fewer interceptions than Patrick Mahomes, a higher pass-to-touchdown interception than Josh Allen, and a higher QBR than Dak Prescott. Skip, and I want people at home, and I don't really like to look at my camera, because Skip, when you and I talk, we don't really look at the camera, we talk to each other. But I want to talk to the people at home. People at home, do you believe Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, and P.J. Walker has played better than Jared Goff? Jared Goff, let me get the number. He's 10th in touchdown passes, 11th in yards per attempt, 6th in QBR, 7th in passing yards, 9th in yards passed per game. His team averages 26.3 points a game, and he's the 28th rated quarterback by Pro Football Focus. They got guys in front of him, Marcus Mariota, Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, P.J. Walker, Kenny Pickett, Kyler Murray, Daniel Jones, Matthew Stafford. Come on, Skip. Look, and Tom Brady Skip, has not played better than Jared Goff. Can you imagine? Now, their offense, the Lions' offense, you like the Lions' offense. They go up and down the field. It's their defense that gets them in trouble. Just imagine what the Lions' record would be with their offense if they had the Bucs' defense. Come on, man. This is some bullshit. I mean, look, Skip, I think everybody agrees Patrick Mahomes. You look at the touchdowns, you look at the yards, you look at the QBR, yards per attempt. Skip, I don't think we're going to get a whole lot of debate. Josh Allen's up there, Tua. Skip, Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton is the fifth best, graded the 5th best quarterback in the NFL this year. Andy bleeping Dalton. Man, they need to stop with this foolishness. How is Jalen Hurts? He's tied. Andy Dalton, basically, they said Andy Dalton and Jalen Hurts have been graded the same. They played equal. Geno Smith should be higher than what he is. Geno Smith has been unbelievable. But for Jared Goff to be the 28th rated quarterback behind P.J. Walker, Russell Wilson, Marcus Mariota, and some of these guys, it's a disgrace. Mitchell Trubisky is graded top 15. What am I supposed to do with this, Skip? How am I supposed to take this serious? What problem you got?
Okay, so let's start with Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. Are you saying he's no longer a top 10 quarterback in the league?
Skip, I'm basing it on just this year's play. I'm not knocking him off the mantle. He's the GOAT. He's the greatest quarterback. I got no problem with that, Skip. But you can still be the GOAT at something. When Michael Jordan was playing, Skip, before LeBron came along, Michael Jordan was the GOAT. But his last 2 years, he was not the best player in the NBA. He was not the best true guard in the NBA. He just wasn't. And that's okay. Tom Brady is Tom Brady. But Tom Brady has not played like a top. Skip, Tom Brady has not played better than Jared Goff. He just hasn't.
Right now, one game for your life. Would you take
Skip,
Jared Goff or Tom Brady?
That's not what we're doing.
Okay.
That's not saying, if I got better grades than you, and you might be a better student, if we had to take one test. No, I'm talking about over the cumulative this season. Jared Goff has outplayed him. Has he, Skip, has he not outplayed him?
You know, you got to do degree of difficulty because Brady it's just the last 2 games that he had his trio of receivers all healthy at the same time. His offensive line has not been very good.
Let me ask you a question. How good would Brady's numbers be if his defense was 30th in points allowed instead of 3rd?
How good would he be if his running game weren't dead last in the NFL?
Skip, they don't try to run the ball. Skip, he's thrown 524 passes.
Every time they try, it's like none yards and 1 yard and minus 2 yards.
How much do you think they spend as much time on the run game as they do the pass game in Tampa?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
No.
That's hard to know.
No, they don't. They don't. They got more pass plays than run plays. But that's the Skip. All that being said, I'm not saying Tom Brady is not the GOAT, but Tom Brady has not played better than Jared Goff and some of these other quarterbacks this season. Andy Dalton has not played.
I don't get Andy Dalton. I just don't understand.
He ain't played better than Geno Smith. Stop this.
No, he has not. So that's the outlier here in the top 10. That's like, what? If you told me he was ranked 28th on this list, I'd say, okay, I got it.
Thank you.
I got it.
Jacoby Brissett did not play Jared Goff either.
I'm going to go second to my quarterback here. I'm going to go to Rain Dakota Prescott is ranked 16th on this list. And I must tell you, I think that's about right. I can't make a case that he's a top 10 quarterback. You've made the case he's maybe 12th or 13th. Yeah. But if you tell me he's 16th right now in your grading scale, I'm okay with that.
Skip. He ain't worse than Mitchell Trubisky. He has not graded worse than Mitchell Trubisky. Stop now.
All right. So where's Trubisky?
He's 15th.
No, I don't. I got a different list. Then.
Well, this probably got Pro Football Focus list.
Okay, I've got Cousins at 15. What am I seeing here? Whatever. I don't know. I got a different list.
I think you used maybe use CBS Sports Online.
I don't know.
But Pro Football Focus.
I got Pro Football Focus top 25 grades. Whatever.
I got all the way down to 36, but we know who 36 is.
Do you have Dak at 16?
They got Dak at 17.
17.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But they got two guys tied at 15. They got Trubisky and Cousins at 15.
All right. So back to Dak. Do I trust him going forward? Because there are too many here today, gone tomorrow games from Dak. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to get, but what have I told you from the start about my team? It will go as far as my defense will carry my team. And now that the defense has taken the ball away, I just told you in our previous topic, I'm starting to think that my defense is as much of an offense as my offense is. To take nothing away from my offense because CD is emerging, Gallup's back.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard has turned into a star. He doesn't get star billing because there's no cachet to him. There's no mystique to him. He doesn't have a nickname or a face that we recognize. He never does interviews. So I don't know anything about him except that he wears number 20. And every time I look up, he's in the end zone. Yeah. That's all I know about him. And he's breaking 4 or 5 runs a game.
He might make the Pro Bowl this year.
Well, he just well might. So, again, I love my firepower on offense. My quarterback kind of comes and goes. But when my quarterback is right, he is top 10. Because when he gets on a roll, when he has a good day, he's top 10 in performance on that day.
Skip, if he can be 10, 11, 12, that's good enough.
Sure.
He can't be 17, 18, 19.
Okay, I agree.
That's what he can't be.
And you can't throw it to the other team twice in the first half.
Not the playoffs.
You just can't do it because you know and I know, well, you said it yesterday, that will get you beat somewhere down the road in a game that really counts.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the top of the list. You're bullish on Mahomes. I'm bullish on Burrow. Burrow has, I'm pretty sure, risen quickly on this list because he's starting to get his legs back underneath him after they got off to a really rocky start. Remember, they missed a chip shot field goal and lost the first game at Pittsburgh. And then Cooper Rush beat him in the second game on a Sunday night.
Walk-off.
With a walk-off field goal when Cooper Rush completed 3 straight passes in the final minute. And it looked like they were reeling at that point, and it took them a while because, as you know, you don't know. You played in 3 Super Bowls, but you didn't lose one. But there's always a Super Bowl hangover, and it takes you a while to refigure it out. And I picked them to get back to the Super Bowl, and I think they have a good shot now because he is playing like the best young quarterback.
Yeah.
Again, I favor him over Mahomes because he's more consistent than Mahomes is more spectacular, but Burrow operates the offense more consistently than Mahomes does.
Do you believe through 12 games, not the last game, but through 12 games, Joe Burrow has played better than Patrick Mahomes over 12 games? I don't, because like you said, he got off to that slow start. He did throw, 5 interceptions? He had like 5 turnovers in the first game.
He did. He had a rocky first couple of games.
And so, Skip, that's what I said. I can see Mahomes, I bet, like I said, with Andy Dalton, come on now. Andy Dalton ain't here, no top 5 quarterback, Skip, this year. Under what metric? See, that's the thing, Skip. When I was in college, the teacher would say, okay, your grade will be based on 3 things, this, and this. So I knew what I was up against. Pro Football Focus don't tell us how they grade these quarterbacks. They just throw stuff at the wall. Who thinks Russell Wilson has played better than Jared Goff? Who thinks Jameis Winston, who has not played in a month and a half, has played better than Jared Goff?
Okay.
Ooh.
And by the way, speaking of your quarterback, Russell Wilson, is in Denver's quarterback. What do you have him on your list?
He's 26th.
Okay, I got him 25th on this one that I have. But again, is that about right for him?
It should be lower.
Yes. You think lower?
Yes. Because the man didn't score a touchdown. The man didn't score a touchdown, and Lamar Jackson went out, the first quarter. He didn't score a touchdown. If the Broncos could have scored 18 points, they would have lost 1 game this year in regulation. If they scored 18 points in regulation, they would have lost 1 game this year. 1. We can't even get that. We can't even get a touchdown. If we get a touchdown, you win. Can't even get a touchdown. You kick field goals. Come on, man. Come on. Like I said, Geno Smith should be top 5. I don't know what they're grading on. Have they not seen Geno play? He's been Skip. He's been great. Look, the Jets are saying, hell, we wish we could have had that Geno. We wish we could have had him.
Okay. And speaking of the Denver Broncos, do you think that they made a mistake? They could have had Justin Fields. They could have picked him where they picked Surtain. What was it, 8 or 9? 8?
Well, knowing what you know now, yeah, but you took Bradley Chubb. You could have had Josh Allen. You took Bradley Chubb over Josh Allen.
Another one. Okay, but you were kind of in the quarterback market at that point.
Yeah, and you didn't take one.
You could have taken one. I love Patrick Surtain, but if you told me that Justin Fields is going to be a perennial Pro Bowl quarterback, which I'm not sure of that yet.
Right.
He is running the ball way better than I thought he could.
You got to get him. If you see what they did to the quarterbacks, Josh Allen got Stephon Diggs.
Yep.
You see what they did for Jalen Hurts. They went and got him A.J. Brown.
True.
Now, if you're going to go get one, you're going to go get these young quarterbacks. That's what Lamar get. Lamar one of those. Look at what when Deshaun.
Yeah.
Deshaun had D-Hop.
He did. No, it's a good point. You need one guy that you trust completely where you, when in doubt, I can throw it to him.
Look at D-Hop numbers, Kyler Murray numbers once D-Hop got back.
I agree.
If you want these young quarterbacks, give him a proven #1 receiver, and he'll take up. Give Lamar Jackson, like I said, I think Bateman was going to be good. He got that injury, but Skip, come on now. Matthew Stafford, Skip, do they see all the interceptions that Matthew Stafford has thrown? And he's rated higher than Jared Goff. Now, look, he did lead him to a Super Bowl last year. But, Skip, this is about this year. This is not a Lifetime Achievement Award. We're grading this year alone. This is some bull jive. P.J. Walker. Skip, they got P.J.
I can't explain that.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, at least in your book, they got Mahomes right?
Yeah. Skip, like I said, I don't really have, other than Andy Dalton, I would have probably Geno Smith. I would have Geno Smith where Andy Dalton is because I think he's played that well. But,
although you did make the case on Tuesday morning on this show, Andy Dalton played one of the best games of his life.
He did, yes.
Against the Bucks,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And he threw 3 balls that you just got to hang on to.
I just watched Andy Dalton just go